What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. Today we playing CarX Street, the game that everybody's talking about right now. And today I want to do something a little different. I'm going to do a video that maybe not a lot of people know about the things within the game. So this video is going to be pretty much like not a tutorial, but it's going to be like a tips and tricks type of video. Pretty much what y'all probably missing out on, or you know, to the new players that haven't played it. Or the people that probably have already played it and they probably don't even know yet, because you know they just so immersed into the game that they don't fully know every oddity in the game. Even I don't know every oddity in the game. Let's get into it and let's go ahead and show all the stuff that at least I know from playing the game for a certain amount of time. First things first, I want to talk about this location right here. So this location is a garage that you can or an apartment that you can actually buy. It looks insane. You got a lift right here that my car is sitting on, and you know it's like a nice little mechanic area. You can do RP right here, whatever, or you can do a nice car show right here. And get to the next thing that I want to talk about: gas stations. You have tire wear and gas consumption or fuel consumption, which that is absolutely crazy, honestly. And then you have the liters or the quarts or whatever of how much the tank can actually be filled up to. And on the gas, so you don't have to fully fill up on a tank of gas. You can get a little bit of gas. You can get as much gas as you want. So you have stock gas, which is like stock gas could be 87 to 93 octane if you want it to be. E85 or something like that, or like visible to us. Like if we wanted to fill our cars up with a certain gas or anything, it's right here, and we don't have to make it up in the video. We can actually show it in the video of us filling it up with whatever we say it's gonna be. Or different fuels, they actually make your car handle different. So if you get stock gas, I'm gonna fill up to like halfway or like a quarter, 13%. If you get this gas, your car isn't gonna handle that well. It's not going to be that fast. So I'm going to use this actually. Very decent for only $20. Like, this game is only $20, and then if you want to get the deluxe edition, it's $30. And then if you want to get like every DLC and everything for the game, it's only about $40. Test Drive Solar Crown has all those bugs and issues that a lot of people have been encountering, and that game is $90. Like, this game is not even half that price. This game is a quarter of that price, and it's already better. The online works. You can have 16 players in an online lobby. The one unfortunate thing about it is traffic, which I'm going to get to that. It's going to be another little topic that I'm going to talk about in a second here. So you see how the car struggled to get to 300 kilometers, and nitrous also plays a decent factor in the cars to make them go a little bit faster. I get about 320 max. I call it to this 400 CS crazy. But okay, so I'm running out of fuel, right? And it's gonna let you know right there. The flashing red is going to let you know that if you're running out of fuel, you're running out of tire wear, and it's going to be very helpful to you, because when you're doing races and everything, you're going to need fuel, because I'm going to show you what happens when you run out of fuel. All right, there you go. Okay, so I ran out of fuel now, right? So I'm gonna hit my gas full throttle. I mean, y'all can see the output right there, and you can see right there. You can see the throttle; it keeps cutting in and out because I've ran out of fuel. So my car is not responsive no more. Go ahead and get the fuel. The fuel is very expensive in this game too, by the way. You see how much quicker I got the 6th gear? if you go to each of your apartments, right, you can park your car and you can hit up on the D-pad and switch your car. How cool is that? That is very cool to me, actually. And you can swap cars if you drove right next to it. I can do the same thing for if I want to change to my Vet. And it's just extremely cool. Like I really like it. I really do, actually, because now I'm in I just switched 2 different cars. I was in my Mustang, and then I got in my GSX, parked it over here, and now I'm in my Corvette. So that's another like RP type of thing you can do. You can switch your cars around from spot to spot, and they just stay there. These tires wear out real quick when you do a burnout. These are race tires, so that's probably why. And they're finna burn out right now because it's 1%. And boom, it popped. There it goes, right there. Alright, there it goes, it popped. Now I'm on rims. So in this one, this is going to be 2 different ones. So if you go into the settings, cars do not have a horn in the game. So I'm going to show y'all how to actually enable the horn for your car. So what you want to do is you want to go to controller. You're going to see right here where it says honk. I'm going to press that and enable it as something. My headlights, you can also enable the headlights as something. If you switch your clutch mode to automatic, which that's going to be how it is when you first play the game, your car runs significantly slow. It shifts slow. So let's say if I put it on that right now. It shifts slow. The gears are seamless. The biggest thing when it comes to this game, traffic. This game has traffic density. And what that means is you can either turn it off if you don't want any traffic, or you could put it on maximum, the highest setting of traffic. And when you put it on the highest setting of traffic, watch how much traffic spawns. And it's actually really nice because you get to cut up and the map feels very lively. Now, unfortunately, the one bad thing about this is that online has no traffic, and it kind of killed my excitement for the game in a way, because that kind of defeats the purpose of having an open map. You know, you want traffic, you know, you want to have your friends in a group to just cruise, and you want to have cars that just drive past you. Okay, keep the realism. You know, I play these type of games to cruise and be realistic. I don't play them just to race or go in a straight line or drift. I also play these games for the realism of it. So it kind of kills that. But if y'all ever want to cut up in traffic, or you want to drive, go for a nice scenic drive with a lot of traffic, single player is the way to go. As you can see, there's a whole lot of traffic. There's nothing but cars coming down that on-ramp right there. You got cars going the opposite direction. There's tons of cars behind me. I'm actually going to make a huge traffic jam right here just to show you how many traffic cars get piled up on this road here. And they just keep spawning and spawning and spawning. They do not stop spawning. They just spawn over and over and over again, repeatedly and repetitiously. And it's honestly insane. I remember one time, I think it was in one of my videos, I was driving the convertible Mark V Supra, and cars were like, it was a whole traffic jam. Like, it was cars everywhere. I actually don't have to block 2 lanes because they're blocking 1 lane to merge onto the freeway or onto the road here. So that's gonna actually kind of give me a little distraction point. Also, the AIs are very dangerous in this game. They like to bogart their way through you. So that's another thing to take into consideration when you're doing races and stuff. Be very careful because they will crash into you. He actually stopped, which is actually very surprising because they don't like to stop. But let's go back here real quick, since they kind of made a huge little crash over here incident. As you can see, there's all these cars over here. Look at all these cars, and it's gonna get piled up more and more and more and more and more and more. It's just gonna keep. It's gonna be an endless amount of cars that spawn. All the other cars that could be in this line of cars, they're dispersed in other different areas. But as you can see right here, there's still a whole ton of cars in the line. Like, look at that. It just keeps going back. And if I was to keep this sitting here, it will go further and further and further and further back. I'm actually gonna sit in this one general area. This might take a bulk of the video, but I don't care because I want to show y'all this is the most important thing to the game to me, apart from online with your friends, because traffic matters, and it's a huge thing that we need in video games because it's what makes the games more lively. And if you look right here, look at this. You have nothing but traffic. It's traffic all everywhere. There's even a car that just parked up. I didn't even know they parked like that. But as you can see, there's a nice flow of traffic now because the AI kind of despawned themselves. But like, look, man, it's crazy. You even have somebody that parked up, which I ain't never seen nobody park on this game. But they actually parked up. But look, the traffic just keep going back, and it's keep going further and further and further. Like, there's no end to it. There's literally no end to it. Like, it keeps going back. I'm still reversing. And the minute I'm gonna go forward and see if all those cars that was up ahead despawned or not, because some of them may despawn potentially. I don't know for sure. But look at all these cars, man. It's still going. Like, it's still going. Look at this. The flow of traffic is absolutely insane, man. It's immaculate. It honestly is immaculate. So, let's drive through traffic here. So, let's pretend like we're going through rush hour traffic or something. I did not mean to cut that guy off. And you can cut up and everything. I'm not going to show it because I did a video on it before. So if y'all want to see cutting up on the game or no hezzy or whatever, you can actually go back to that video and see that I did that. But as far as the traffic itself, like, look, you have nothing but traffic. There's tons of cars behind me, tons of cars in front of me, and you have cars on the opposite side of the road driving. It just what makes the realism, man. I just love realism. I like realism. I like, you know, it's just that factor to the game that makes it that much better. All right, let's get around this traffic. See, like, look at all these cars. Like, there's cars everywhere, literally everywhere. I don't know if these are the cars that was in that traffic jam or they just spawned. But they're all already here. So I'm pretty sure they were the cars that was sitting in that traffic jam, most likely, because there's a whole lot of them. And they just staggered. Yeah, that was all the cars in that traffic jam. So as you can see, all the cars that was within that traffic jam was still sitting there. They didn't despawn or nothing. They just drove further down on the road. Which is crazy because usually if cars drive that far away, they despawn. And those cars didn't despawn, so that's so cool. Let's just see how many cars just drive past here. I think all the traffic is really on the other side, to be honest. That's insane how much traffic that is, though. Look at all that freaking traffic, man. It literally blows my mind. Like, I just, it's unbelievable. If you hit nitrous when you're driving, the RPMs go higher than what they normally go. I also forgot to mention that as well. That's CarX Street, amazing game. I highly recommend it. At least for $20, I definitely recommend this game. It's literally a steal for $20, honestly. It's one of the best games that $20 can buy, in my personal opinion, because it has everything that you pretty much want and a little bit more. You can play with your friends, you got traffic, you got good customization. The car sounds ain't the best, but I mean, this isn't really that type of game anyway. It's mainly like a drift game. This game was always meant to be a drift game. That's why it was originally CarX Drift Racing. So this game has a lot of potential, though. And that's pretty much all I know, really. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.